I slipped through the wall and I cannot get back. A horror story, the moist towelette. I do not know what day it is. I want to tell you that up front, because it is the detail that will bother you the most and I want to get it out of the way. I know what day it was when I entered. I know the exact moment with complete clarity, the way you remember things that mark a before and an after. What I do not know is how many days have passed since then. Time does not behave the way it should in here. It moves, I think, but the evidence for its passage is strange and unreliable, and I have stopped trying to track it in any rigorous way. I am writing this account on blank paper from a filing cabinet in a room on what I have been calling Level 4. I am writing with a ballpoint pen I found in a desk drawer. I am writing it because the act of writing it makes me feel like a person who has a future, which is a thing I need to feel right now. And because if someone finds this, I need them to understand what happened and what I know, so that they can either help me or learn from me. Let me tell you exactly what happened. My name is not important. What is important is that I was an ordinary person doing an ordinary thing on an ordinary evening, and I am now somewhere that should not exist, and I have been here for longer than I can accurately measure, and I am still looking for a way out. The shortcut. The Henderson office complex sits on the north side of the city, a large block of commercial buildings that have been mostly vacant since the major tenants relocated several years ago. The ground floor of the main building has an indoor public footpath that connects one street to another, cutting several minutes off the walk to the bus stop on the far side. Locals know about it. I had used it dozens of times, maybe more. It is the kind of shortcut that becomes so routine you stop seeing it. You just walk through because the body knows the way. It was a Tuesday evening in late autumn. Cold outside, that particular dry cold that comes in after the sun drops and the city exhales. Inside the building, the lights were on economy mode, the long fluorescent tubes doing their best in a muted, yellowish way that made everything look slightly bleached. The floors were linoleum. The walls were painted the particular institutional off-white that commercial buildings seem to agree on universally. The corridor smelled of old carpet and the faint chemical trace of industrial cleaning fluid. I had one earbud in, music on low. I was thinking about what I was going to have for dinner. I was tired in the ordinary way of a person at the end of an ordinary working day. I turned left at the junction of the main corridor and the side passage, as I always did, toward the fire exit that led out onto Mercer Street. The passage was longer than I remembered. I did not notice this immediately.